तत्पविश्यं वाचं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चापवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So we'll start with verse 16. So usually we do 5 verses before the verse which we are currently studying. Okay, let us start with 16. Lokoyam pashuputrage hadharani dhanyadiruposti tadbhinnah kopi paro nachasti tataha tadabhavancha vritha नष्टं देहमयं प्रतिस्वपितरं वित्तादिनाश्यन्न तत् प्राज्ञेनेत्यभिमन्यते यमवशं यात्यप्यविद्यावशः विद्यामार्गमुपैति कोऽपि पुरुषः प्रक्षीणपापो रमानुग्रहतो यतोऽयममृतः श्रोतुं प्रवक्तुं नृणाम् ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुमपि प्रदुर्लभतरः प्रोक्तोऽप्यसम्यग्विदाः न ज्ञेयो बहुचिन्तया प्रणुतरः अतर्क्यो यदात्मा परः वेदान्तप्रतिपादितात्मविषया नैवापनीयामतिः तर्केणान्यसमीरणेन च बुधा विष्णुप्रसादादिता प्राप्यैनामपि हन्तमृत्युरपि चित्वाग्निमापत्पदम् याम्यं स्वर्गमतो न कामविषयः भूयाद्विपश्चित् क्वचित् तं दुर्दर्शमनुप्रविष्टममलं मूढं गुहायां स्थितं प्रत्नं गह्वरकुशलः ज्ञात्वा तु हर्षं शुचम् श्रुत्वा ब्रह्मगुरोर्मुखादनुतरं धर्म्यं पृथक्कृत्य तत् स्वाङ्गादेर्मननादिनात्मविभवाद् ज्ञेयो हि धीरेण सह ओमित्येतदयं पदं श्रुतिगणः ब्रूते समस्तस्तपस्तोमोदः प्रतिपत्तये भवति वा तद्ब्रह्मचर्यं बुधाः कामेनास्य चरन्त्यतः परमिदं ब्रह्माक्षरं चापरं श्रेष्ठालम्बनमेतदेत्यभजते विद्वान् पुरं ब्रह्मणः। So we have discussed the meaning as well as the commentary up to this verse. The next verse was taken up, but it has not been completed. So let me chant it, you can repeat, then we will take up the meaning. Dharma dharma krita krita gata gata yasyat padarthottaraha padarthetaraha dharma dharma krita krita gata gata yasyat padarthetaraha dharma dharma krita krita gata gata yasyat padarthetaraha nutpanno namrtoksharo na janakaha nutpanno namrtoksharo na janakaha nutpanno namrtoksharo na janakaha janyo na nityo dhruvaha janyo na nityo dhruvaha janyo na nityo dhruvaha atmasau nihate vapushya nihataha atmasau nihate vapushya nihataha atmasau nihate vapushya nihataha akarta puranah puman akarta puranah puman akarta puranah puman hantarancha hatancha yena mayate hantarancha hatancha yena mayate hantarancha hatancha yena mayate mudhassa dehatmadrik mudhassa dehatmadrik mudhassa dehatmadrik. So I was mentioning to you that the first quarter of this verse essentially summarizes the 14th mantra of Kathopanishad. Anyatra dharmad, anyatra dharmad, anyatrasmat krita kritat, anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha, yattat pashyasi tadvada is the 14th mantra. So here he is actually forming a compound which is 19 syllable long. So 19 syllable long. So the entire first quarter is actually a compound. So dharma dharma krita krita gata gata yasyat padarthetaraha. In fact, it is interesting, there are 9 words here. So 9 words and 19 syllables. So they have been put together as one compound. So let us try to understand the compound. So dharma is one word, adharma is another word. So dharma, dharmau, you can just see, first compound. Then there is a word krita and there is a word akrita. Krita, krita. So you can say krita, kritau or krita, krite. Either way one can do. Krita, kritau, krita, krite. See, kritancha, akritancha. Suppose you say krita, krite. Okay? So let us break it that way. Kritancha, akritancha, krita, krite. So dharma, dharmau, then krita, krite. Then we have 3 more words. Agata, gata, ayasyat. Okay? Agata, gata, ayasyat. So if you want to form a compound, you can just say agata, gata, ayasyanti. Okay? Yasyat, yasyati, yasyanti. Ayasyat, ayasyati, ayasyanti. That is how the shabda will go. Okay. So then agatancha, gatancha, ayasyacha, agatagata, ayasyanti. So that is how you will have the compound. Now you have So 2 plus 2, and then we have 3. Okay, so 9 things have been put together, and the compound will be dharma, dharma, krita, krita, gata, gata, yasyanti. Okay, then asyanti. So you can ayasyantaha also, you can say, if you want to put it in pullinga, but you can put it in napumsakalinga, both are okay. Okay, ayasyanti, ima, say these are the padarthaha, then padarthetaraha, padarthat itaraha, padarthetaraha. So padartha, so it need not necessarily mean a physical entity or a substance. You have to understand. Padartha basically refers to, it can be even a concept. So particularly if you take up this Nyaya Shastra, so even jati is a padartha, abhava is a padartha. Okay, padasya artha padartha. Whatever entity, it can be abstract, it can be tangible, it can be quality, it can be anything. So that is padartha. So here the things that have been listed, so dharma, adharma, krita, akrita. So some of them refer to kala. Some of them refer to something called apurva. So all of them have been listed as padarthas. So padarthetaraha means the one who is different from all these padarthas. Okay. Padarthetaraha, I have listed a few padarthas, the one who is different from that. So he is Atma. So since we have the word Atma, which is a Pullinga Shabda, Padarthetaraha, we have to go and connect it to that. Okay. If Brahma were there, then Padarthetaram is what we have to say. Okay. Padarthetaraha. So what are these Padarthas? So they are explained in the commentary itself. So I will not spend much time. So we will just move ahead with the other words in this padya. They are all simple words. Notpannaha. So padarthetaraha yaha. So that entity which you may call as Atman. Notpannaha means he is not born. Namritaha. Aksharaha. Najanakaha. Najanyaha. So we have, so there are a few things which are listed. These have to do with, once again, the mantra that we have. We have Najayate mriyate va vipaschit Nayam kutaschin ababhuva kaschit Ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha Nahanyate hanyamane sharire. This verse will look almost identical with the verse that you are familiar with, Bhagavad Gita, but there is a difference. See? So here it is vipaschit, najayate mriyate va vipaschit. See? There it is kadachit, nayam kutaschin nababhuva kaschit. So that is how the mantra goes in Kathopanishad. So you can see more or less the words that have been employed there have been almost identically lifted. See? Notpanno namritokshara na janako janyo na nityodhruvaha atmasau ajo nityaha shashvatoyam puranaha. So you find the word Purana. See, atmasau nihate vapushya nihataha. I am Atma vapushi nihate anihataha. That is how you have to understand. So Atma, so this Atman, so when the body is finished, so he is not finished. Anihate, nihate vapushi, ayam Atma nihataha. Then he is described as Akarta, Puranaha, Puman. These are words which are there in the Shruti, so he is just lifting them. And the last quarter of this verse actually is one more mantra. Hanta chen manyate hantum, hatas chen manyate hata. Ubhau tau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. This is also almost similar to the verse in Bhagavad Gita. It essentially means Bhagavad Gita has essentially paraphrased these two mantras with slight modifications. So that is how we have to understand. Okay, that is the later literature. Okay. Now let us read the commentary of this verse. In the previous class I was mentioning to you regarding certain peculiarities, the grammatical peculiarities. What was the peculiarity which was mentioned? So I told you that anyatra. So the stral pratyaya, okay, saptamyaha tral. So this pratyaya which is generally referring to, okay, or rather the word with this pratyaya generally refers to a space. Okay, atra, tatra, anyatra. It does not refer to the entity. But here we have to take it as entity itself. Okay. So therefore it is said itarabhyopi drishyante. That is the sutra. So itarabhyopi drishyante. Itarabhyopi means, so here there is a thing called vibhakti. These suffixes themselves are called vibhaktis. Okay. So there are about 1.5 dozen. So they are listed there, and one of them is da. So this is tral, the other is tasil. Okay, so these are all referred as vibhaktis. Why vibhakti? That is a different thing. So for instance, you have sarvatra, right? You have sarvada. What does sarvada mean? All the time. Sada?
All the time.
Sada is also all the time. So there, what is happening? So there it is said, see, instead of, see, we have sarvatra means sarvasmin tral. It's sarvatra. Similarly, we have sarvasmin kale. So sarvasmin kale, there is a suffix called da. Instead of tral, we have da. So that basically, so there is a special sutra which has been given by Panini. So you better know that sutra. See, sarvaikanyat, sarvaikanya, kim yattadah kaleda, kim yattadah kaleda, kim yattadah kaleda. He is just listing 6 of them. Sarva eka anya, sarvaikanya, kim yattadah kaleda. Sarvaikanya, kim yattadah kaleda. It should be put together. Sarvaikanya, kim yattadah kaleda. Kaleda. So this is, so instead of that we have da. So that is how we have sik, kada, ekada, anyada, tada, yada, tada. That is all. Okay. Sarvaikanya kim yat tadaha kaleda. Kale means if you want to see, in fact the idea is the following. So the Saptami can refer to some Vishaya, some Desha, some Kala, sometimes. Understand? So if you want to indicate through the Saptami Kala, so then you use the suffix da. Okay? The tral is knocked off and da comes and takes the seat. Okay? So this is how one can describe. So sada, sarvasmin kale. In Tamil, sometimes we use both of them. Sada sarvada. Sada sarvada page. So sada sarvada. In fact, this there is another meaning for sarvada. What is that? In fact, we have a famous shloka, Sarvada Sarvada Smakam Sharada Sharadam Bhoja. So there is an interesting shloka. So there, so Sarvam Dadatiti Sarvada. So then the word as it is can mean both. So it is perhaps for this reason. So these people thought Sada, they thought they will. No, Sada is an option for Sarvada. Okay, so there is a sutra which has been given for that. So the sutra basically tells you that if the suffix da comes, okay, if the suffix da comes, then you can replace sarva with sa. So you can replace sarva with sa. So in which case, instead of sarvada, you have sada. Okay. So there is a sutra. See, sarvasya sonyatarasyan sarvasya sonyatarasyan di means dakare pare. Okay, di means dakare pare. The THE. Sarvasya somyatarasyam di. Okay, sarvasya sarva shabdasya saha iti shabdaha anyatarasyam. Optionally it can come, in which case sarvada becomes sada. Now if you simply take it as di, there is a problem. Di means dakare pare. Any dakara it will come. So then, no. See, then, sarvada. You can replace both of them with sada. Then you will not get the meaning. In one sarvada, you want to convey. Understand? Suppose you are intending to convey that she gives everything. That Brahmani gives everything. Then you have to say only Sarvada Brahmani, Sarvada Rajni. Understand? So, if you want to convey that she has been queen all the time, you can say Sada Rajni. There is optional. Sarvada Rajni and Sada Rajni. Okay? You can say Sada Sarvada Rajni. See, Sada Sarvada Brahmani. Okay. So anyway, so that was incidental. So these are all, these are certain suffixes which are discussed together. See, kutaha, sarvatra, sarvataha, sada, sarvada, all of. Okay, now the meaning here is anyatra should be taken as anyat. So we also saw the example. Now let us go to the commentary. See. देहादि विलक्षणम् अकर्तारम् अभोक्तारं च आत्मानं निर्धारयितुं तद्विशेषणान्याः धर्मेति. So in order to understand this Atman to be dehadi vilakshana, akartaram abhoktaram cha atmanam, that he is neither karta nor bhokta. Nirdharayitam. Nirdharayitam means in order to affirm, okay, establish, okay, clearly understand. Tad visheshananyaha. So he is presenting several adjectives, several qualifiers. The first qualifier is first pada. Dharma, dharma, krita, 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 asyat padarthe taraha. So what is dharma? So he is explaining. Dharma sukritakhya. So there is a serious problem. The problem is that the letter A is missing. You have to do this correction. It should be apurva padartha, not purva padartha. Apurva padartha. Dharmaha means he is just describing in a term which will be easily understood. Sukrita pada, Sukritakhyaha. See, suppose you find some person who is blessed with lot of virtues, blessed with generosity, highly disciplined and so on. Then you will describe him as Dharmatma. Say right. Dharmatma. So Rama is described as Dharmatma. Dharmatma Satyasandhascha. Now he is trying to explain this as Sukritakhya. You understand? Sukritakhya. Sukritakhya actually means Sukritam. When will you say? Well done. This is one meaning. Okay. So any good thing that you do is considered as Sukritam. Okay. Sukritam and Dushkritam are pair of opposites, and they essentially means the more popular term will be Punya and Papa. Okay. Punya and Papa. That is why he is describing it as Apurva Padartha. So it is not actually that which you are able to observe in that person, but something which generates out of that particular deed. You have to understand it very clearly. Apurvaha. Apurvaha can be simply understood as that which was not there before. Right? Apurvaha. So Purvam Navidyate. So then also it is Apurva. Dharma, obviously, suppose you go and offer, okay, so something to a temple, something to a Annadana Kshetram. So you go and do some offering. Then what is generated out of it? So you do puja. So these things generate something called Apurva. Okay? So every action that you perform generates a certain Apurva. So you do yoga, so there is some Apurva. This Apurva was not there before the act, but it is generated and it will be stored. This is why we have this verse also. Dharmanugo gacchati jiva ekaha dehasthitayam paralokamarge Dharmanugo gacchati jiva ekaha. Dharmanugo gacchati, if it refers to the act, then he cannot go with that act. Dhanani gumau pashavascha goshthe nari grihadvari sakhasmashani dehasthitayam paralokamarge dharmanugo gacchati jiva. So that dharma also refers to adharma. It is just a upalakshana. Whether it is a good deed or it is a bad deed, sukrita or dushkrita, both of them will follow. Okay. Dharmanugo gacchati jiva. So this is described as Apurva Padartha. This is a major mistake. Okay. Sukritakhyaha Apurva Padartha. In fact, we use this word Apurva to something which is very strange also. Understand?
Unique.
So something which is strange and unique. So we use in definitely in our places we use Apurva. So this Apurva is, suppose you listen to the performance of a musician. See, my grandfather used to say, Apurva, enna Apurva? Apurva means something which is extremely wonderful, pleasing. Okay? That's Purvikal. He is saying Apurva Kalyani. Okay. So this Apurva is referring to that also. Okay? So Apurva can actually mean something which is really wonderful. As a technical term, so this is what is used to refer to that which is generated out of an act that you perform. See? So that is the sense in which the word Apurva has been employed here. apurva. See? So simple meaning is that which did not exist before. Okay, that which did not exist before. So in this context, I was actually noting down an interesting verse. So it is good to know. This dharma is, of course, a very intricate concept. So we say that there is no equivalent to all this, all that. That's okay. But how is it defined? In fact, we have Vedanta Shastra, which commences with the sutra Athato Brahma Jignasa. We have Mimamsa Shastra commencing with the sutra Athato Dharma Jignasa. Then there is a simple definition of dharma. They say Chodana Lakshanortho Dharma. Repeat. Chodana Lakshanortho Dharma. Chodana Lakshanortho Dharma. This is sutra. But I will explain to you with a nice verse from Bhagavata, which is almost identical to this. Okay. This Chodana Lakshanortho Dharma is the sutra that we find authored by Jaimini. The verse in Bhagavata is, repeat this, Veda Pranihito Dharma. Veda Pranihito Dharma. Veda Pranihito Dharma. Hyadharmas Tadviparyaha. Hyadharmas Tadviparyaha. Hyadharmas Tadviparyaha. Vedo Narayana Sakshat. Vedo Narayana Sakshat. Vedo Narayana Sakshat. Swayambhuriti Sushruma. Swayambhuriti Sushruma. Swayambhuriti Sushruma. So this actually appears in the dialogue between the Vishnu Duta and the Yamadutas in the Ajamilopakhyan at the beginning of the 6th skandha Prathamadhyaya. So there is a question which is being posed and this is given as an answer. Okay, so the dialogue actually is, so how can you take this fellow? So he has done a lot of mistakes and so on. Okay, that is the context. But this definition is very interesting. The definition is Veda Pranihito Dharma. So we have the sutra Chodana Lakshanortho Dharma. So Veda Pranihito Dharma Hyadharma Tad Viparyaha. Pranihitaha means Vihitaha. That is how you have to understand. Okay? Pranihitaha, Vihitaha. Vihitaha means that which is ordained. Veda Pranihitaha Dharma. Any act that has been ordained by Veda upon you. Satyam Vada, Dharmanchara, etc. Okay? Whatever it is. Swadhyaya, Anma, Pramadaha. May you not slip from study. So there are all things are prescribed by Veda. Anything that has been prescribed by Veda as an injunction. Chodana essentially means an injunction. Okay. So now this is taken as the definition of dharma. There are two things we need to understand. One is definition. So the other is pramana. We actually say, there is a phrase, Lakshana Pramanabhyam Vastu Siddhi. Lakshana Pramanabhyam Vastu Siddhi. See, Lakshana Pramanabhyam Vastu Siddhi means, so suppose, this is a very, very simple example by which I can explain this to you. See, suppose I ask you to identify whether this boy is attending the class or not. Okay. So this Vastu Siddhi is, so knowing whether the boy is attending the class or not. So you go from my room. you go to the class. Now, for you to know that boy, you should know the Lakshana. Okay? So then you can go and identify this boy. First Lakshana. Then you may know the Lakshana, but unless you go and see that boy, you will not be able to tell me whether he was attending or not. So this pramana is a means of knowledge by which you know, and for you to identify him, there is a Lakshana. Both are required for understanding anything for that matter. Okay, so you can describe what is electrical energy by means of so many equations and so on and so forth. And that it is existing, etc., there is a pramana which is required. Understand? So any vastu siddhi, you just take, you have to present the Lakshana and then there should be a pramana. So you can describe cow by various things. Okay, you may have some picture in your mind, but then when you see, so that is actually pramana. So Lakshana pramanabhyam vastu siddhi is what they say. And this is actually used for each and everything that they discuss in Shastra. Even the entity Brahman. So the first sutra says Sathato Brahma Jijnasa. The next sutra is Lakshana. Janmadhyasya yataha. Okay. So what is Brahman? The one which is the Karana for this Jagat. Okay. Janma Sthiti Bhangam. Okay. The one who is the Karana for this. So this is the Lakshana. And then the third sutra is a Pramana. How do you know? Shastra Yonitvat. Shastram Pramana. Now in the case of this Dharma, so this Chodana Lakshanortho Dharma. So then what will you say? Yaha Veda Vihitaha Saha Dharma. So this is the Lakshana, Swarupa. Yaha Veda Vihitaha Saha Dharma. In fact, see, Dharma is also sometimes written as Karyam, that which is to be done. Akaryam, that which should not be done. That is same as Adharma. So sometimes they use Karya, sometimes they use Dharma, sometimes one can use various things. And therefore sometimes people translate it as duty. So various things are there. Now this Chodana Lakshanortho Dharma is the Lakshana. That is why we have in Bhagavad Gita Tasmat Shastram Pramanante Karya-Karya Vyavasthitau. The Karya Akarya Vyavasthitau Shastram Pramanam. Now this Karya Akarya is Dharma Dharma. So what is Pramana? Shastram Pramana. So Shastram essentially means starting from Veda. So now this Veda is the Pramana, and this definition that you have is a very interesting thing. So Chodana Lakshanortho Dharma or here Veda Pranihito Dharma. Just take this now. So Yaha Vedena Vihitaha Saha Dharma. Okay, so this is Swarupa or Lakshana. What is Pramana? Veda itself is Pramana. Now, Veda itself is Pramana, and whatever has been stated in Veda is Dharma. So, this sutra is actually giving both Lakshana and Pramana. In the case of Vedanta, we have, let me give you, so you have all studied a little bit of Nyaya, right? So, what is the definition of Tejaha? Ushna-sparshavat Tejaha. Right? Ushna-sparshavat Tejaha. Sita-sparshavatyaha Apaha. Ushna-sparshavat Tejaha. So, this Ushna-sparshavat Tejaha, so is it a Lakshana or not? Everything is Lakshana, right? So, that which is, so what is fire now? That which will be hot. Right? So this is fire. So this is Swarupa for you to identify. So Ushna Sparshavat. tejaha. So this you can call it as, so suppose I were to ask, how will the fire be? So this is called sparsha ghati, tasya sparshaha katham bhavet, suppose I ask you. Okay. Tasya sparshaha katham bhavet, suppose I were to ask you. Ushnaha bhavet is what you will say. Ushnaha bhavet. So this in the sparsha ghatita lakshana, see, this is sparsha ghatita, sparsha shabda ghatita lakshana. This is lakshanam only, but since it is sparsha ghatitam, so what is its sparsha? This is how it will be. You will reply. Similarly here, Veda pramanako dharma. So this is pramanam. Lakshanam means essentially pramanam. In one sense it is swarupa, in another sense it is pramana. Okay. So if you take a pramana ghadita lakshana, then yaha dharmaha saha veda vihitaha veda pramanakaha. Okay. So both are actually contained in the same thing. Veda vihito dharmaha. See, veda pranihito dharmaha. And he says, and this generates an apurva, any activity. Sometimes it is tangible, sometimes it is intangible. For certain activities we know, if you keep on watching something all through the day, so then in the night, so the stream will be so filled with certain things. If you keep on fighting with somebody all through the day, so when you wake up also you will only get that. Okay, this is something which is staying back as samskara. Samskara is something which we experience. That is also apurva. You don't see. It is generated later. Okay. So there are so many things that people do using this. There are various kinds of tests and so on. So this is an apurva padartha. Dharmaha sukritakhyaha apurva padartha. Then he says adharmaha. What is it? Dushkritam, once again apurvam. Okay, so that is also an apurva padartha. Dushkritam apurvam. Then he comes to krita krita. So what is krita and what is akrita? So kritam. There are two kinds of meanings that he is trying to give here. So first he says kritam dharma dharma janakam vihitam pratishiddham karma svabhavikancha. You see, dharma dharma janakam, you have to understand this. Dharma and adharma, so we were clearly defining it as something which is generated out of an action. Okay? Something which is generated out of an action. Therefore, he is saying dharma dharma janakam. So kritam means done. Literally that's what it means. So have you written? Akritam. Etat karyam taya kritam va kritam. Kritam means done. So a particular activity is over. So now this vihitam. See, so vihitam, it can be pratishiddham. So this kritam can be either a good deed or a bad deed. Okay? Vihitam pratishiddham. Then there is a third part, that is swabhavikancha. Swabhavikancha means that is something which naturally comes to this. You understand? So involuntarily you will keep engaging in certain activities. This is some people, they have this. So you know, they will say some 100 times in the talk, right? So this is some phrase which they involuntarily they keep using. And some people have this kind of a thing. So suppose, so there is one person I know. So somehow, I mean, he has cultivated this practice of taking his hand when he talks. So they will keep on doing. So this is some Swabhavikam. That is also an activity. So he says Kritam dharma dharma janakam vihitam pratishiddham karma swabhavikancha. There is a fantastic Ganapati. He was there. Somehow, so he has cultivated the habit of doing something in his dhoti like this. He will keep on doing all through the time. 3 hours he may do Parayana. He will keep on doing this. There is another Ganapati whom I know. So fantastic. But the moment he starts reciting, he will keep his hand like this, as if the waves go, and then only he can do. I have seen it all the time. So it will naturally go. I told him why, but he says there is something. So this is Swabhavikam. This is what we mean by Swabhavikam. The dharma dharma janakam vihitam pratishiddham karma swabhavikancha. Then akritam karma bhavaha nivrittirittyetat. So akritam refers to karma bhavaha. So one is karma, the other is karma bhavaha. Okay, so there is a virama for so this is another state which is being described. The other meaning that he is trying to associate for krita and akrita is kritam karyam, akritam karanam. This is also fine. You understand? So kritam, when you want to say, see, it can refer to something which has been accomplished. Okay? So akritam can be through which it is. It is very simple. Suppose you want to make chapati. Assume. So you create the dough now. Now this dough is there as it is. So if the chapati were to be generated, okay, then you will say kritam. You can come for dinner, kritam. So if it is still in the form of dough, it is akritam. You understand? So akritam is karanam, kritam is karyam. Okay. So kritam means karyam, akritam means karanam. So this is another way of understanding krita krita. Okay. So that which is done, that which is not done. Okay. So kritam akritam karyam karanam. Then agatam, he says. Agatam means vartamanam, gatam means bhutam, ayasyat vartishyamanam. So agatam is vartaman. So this we can easily understand from our own day-to-day experiences. If I were to ask, Saha agato va nava. Saha agataha, if you say. So we say, my grandfather, I remember, so some Vidyarthi will be sent to go and get this plantain leaf, something else on the market. So Saha agato nava means, when you say agataha, means that fellow is here, vartamana. Understand? So the one who is present. So agatam means something which is come to you. So it is like this. So have you got the salary or not? Agatam. So agatam means it has come. Come means it is there in your account. Vartamana. Okay. So agatam is used in the sense of vartamana. It is there. Gatam, okay, gone. Bhutam. You understand? So here he is trying to refer to the time. Vandallam pochunut. Gatam means gone. Bhutakale asit. So now I don't have. Then ayasyat. Ayasyat means that which is going to come. So vartishyamanam. Agatam, vartamanam. He is referring to the 3 times. Okay. So present by the word agatam, gatam by the word, and past by the word gatam, and ayasyat, that which is going to come. So all the three times are referred by these three phrases. Agatam, gatam, ayasyat. So then he says, sarvesham dvandvaha. Dvandvaha means it is a certain kind of a compound, where you put Rama Lakshmana, Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrughna, Sita Lakshmana Bharata Shatrughna Hanumat See, so these are all phrases that we use. So this is all dvandva. Sarvesham dvandvaha, you do. So what will be the form, as I told you? See, he says tanyeva padartha. He uses the word tani. So tani means you have to end it as a napumsaka. So samanya napumsaka. Okay. Dharma, dharma kata, kata, gata kata, yasyanti. Gata kata, yasyanti. So these 7 entities. Tanyeva padartha. Tebhyaha itaraha. Itaraha means vilakshana. Okay, the one who is different from all these. So if you actually look into the mantra, anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat, anyatrasmat krita kritat, anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha, yattat pashyasi tadvada. See, this is the mantra that we have. So this anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat. So let me very quickly take you through the bhashya. Etat shrutva nachiketaha punaraha. In the commentary he says, Yadyaham yogyaha. O Yama, Yama Dharmaraja, if you consider me as someone who is Yogyaha Shishyaha means a qualified Shishya. Okay. So Yogyaha Prasannascha asi Bhagavan. If you are also pleased, I may be Yogya, but you should also be pleased. See, that is why he says Sahana Bhavatu. The Guru is not pleased. In fact, there is a fellow who will come and tell. So he wanted to learn from a very, very special artist in Mumbai. Okay. So there is Sarangi. There are only very few people, specialists. Okay. So the Sarangi, so he will say, so he will just come and spend a month here, so attend the classes and then go away. So he used to recite. So when I used to ask him, so how was the lesson today? He will spend about 5-6 hours there. So then he will say, teacher was not pleased, so no lessons. So he might have spent 4-5 hours. See, that is why he is saying, Prasannascha si Bhagavan. See, he has to be pleased and he has to be in some moods. Then only he will be able to teach. So that is why he is saying, Aham Yogyaha. But he has to be Prasannaha. Then only things will come out. Prasannascha si Bhagavan. Mam prati anyatra dharmat. Shastriyat dharmanushthanat. So Shastriyat dharmanushthanat. See, tat phalat karakebhyascha. This is how Bhagavad Pada defines. So dharma we use in all senses. That is why he is including all of them. So here he just put it as apurva padartha. That may be the ultimate meaning. But when we say in Loka, so we used to describe some people as dharmatma. In 80s, see, in 80s, 40 years ago, I am saying, for one person. So then the dakshina used to be some 50 rupees maximum, or if it is 100 rupees. So for big ceremonies. But this person used to distribute 100 rupees to hundreds of people. So my father, etc., they used to describe him as dharmatma. Understand? So this dharmatma, so it refers to shastriyat dharmanushtanat, see, tat phalat. See, so dharmanushtanam is also referred to as dharma. See, tat phala is also referred to as dharma. Tat karaka is also referred to as dharma. So he is putting all of them together. We have to understand. So this is how we use. So if he gives, so you don't know what is generated, but you know that this is a sukrita. So therefore, see, shastriyat dharmanushtanat tat phalat tat karakebhyascha. So the one who karaka means the one who makes him do. So he is also a dharma. Understand? So tat karakebhyascha prithak bhutam ityarthah tatha anyatra adharmat vihita karana rupat papat. So vihita akaranam is also papa. Okay, how does it generate? So there are a lot of discussion which go in Shastra. Okay, so how does the absence of an activity generate something now? So presence, doing some activity can generate something. How does the absence, abhava, how does it create a dharma? So there is nothing like abhava. You have to first understand. Is your mind keeping quiet at that time? You are engaging in something else. So it can be dream, it can be something else, it can be reading something else, whatever it is. So the other activity with which you are engaged, that is why we have in Bhagavad Gita, nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishthat yakarma krit. See, akarma krite na tishtati. So you may not be engaging in what you are. Suppose you are supposed to cook and then feed. So I don't cook. So does it mean that you don't engage in any activity? So let us all go somewhere. Okay. So this akaranam, so does not mean that abhava generates. Okay. So vihita akarana rupat papat tatha anyatra asmat krita kritat kritam karyam akritam karanam asmad anyatra kincha anyatra bhutacha atikrantat kalat. So here we have bhuta, anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha atikrantat kalat bhavyat bhavishyatascha tatha anyatra vartamanat anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha. So now he says kalatrena yenna parichinnaha parichidyate ityartha, the one who is not limited by all the three times. Yadidrisham vastu sarva vyavaharena sarva vyavahara gocharatītam. In fact, when you have included all the three times and all the activities, all those which prompt the activities, all those which facilitate the activities, and all that is generated out of the activities, so then what else is there for you to? Either vastu or kala. There is nothing more which is remaining. Therefore he says sarva vyavahara gocharatītam. See, vyavahara vishaya atitam. Vyavahara vishaya atitam. Pashyasi janasi tadvada. So what is it? That transcends space, time and the entities. Okay? So activities, whatever, all of them. So please tell me that. So this is the question that is posed. So I think we will stop here. So we will continue this commentary in the next class. Om Sarve Sukhina Santu Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om